Yeah, you can go ahead and take a seat.
Right here?
Yeah, that's perfect.
My name is Unitas Widows, and I'm responsible for the downfall of Red Lobster.
So, how did your relationship with Red Lobster start?
Well, I had a rough childhood, and Red Lobster was the only place I could find comfort. The look, the smell, the food, the people, the lobsters. I was really close with the lobsters. I felt as trapped in my life as they were in their tank. I was there as much as I could be. After school, I would ride my bike straight there, pretty much all day, every day, even on the weekends. It became my home. The people at Red Lobster loved me. Where I was there all the time, I basically turned into an unofficial mascot. And it got to the point when I turned 14, they hired me straight away. It was the happiest day of my life.
How long did you work there?
5 years.
When did the biscuit addiction start?
During my 3rd year. Well, my addiction, it didn't start out that way. I loved the Cheddar Bay biscuits just as much as anyone else, but when you become an employee at Red Lobster, they prohibit you from eating them, and that was tough for me. It got to the point where day after day the biscuits were just wearing me down. And I remember the day that it happened. It was Tuesday, October 7th, in my 3rd year. It was the day I tried my first biscuit as an employee, the day my addiction started.
What followed your addiction?
Well, as my addiction grew, the more I consumed the biscuits, the more they consumed me. I couldn't go 30 minutes without eating a dozen of them. I would even start stealing biscuits off of customers' tables. Naturally, this affected my work, and it wasn't long before my love for Red Lobster turned into lust for the biscuits. Well, during my 4th year, some customers that I had stolen biscuits from finally complained. The Red Lobster management was very angry at me, but because of their past love for me, they gave me another chance. But I had to take a hiatus from eating the biscuits. But this only made me crave them more, and eventually I started eating more of them, more than before, and it got to the point where I was eating all the biscuits in the restaurants, even going to other restaurants. This permanently damaged Red Lobster. With no biscuits available because of me, people stopped coming. Apparently this was the only reason they were coming. But during my 5th year, Red Lobster started really struggling financially. They were losing money, and they were closing restaurants all over the country. No one could understand why, where all the biscuits were going, but I knew, and my conscience was eating at me. It hurt seeing what I had once loved more than anything fall because of me.
What did you do next?
I had to overcome my addiction and tell Red Lobster what was really going on. It just didn't sit right with me. It was tough, but I did it. But they felt betrayed, and they wanted to fire me. But I knew that it would be in everyone's best interest if I just went ahead and quit. They did ban me from ever stepping foot in a Red Lobster again. That was hard to stomach, especially when I was walking out of those doors for the last time, saying goodbye to my first true love, to the biscuits.
What would you say to all of those still struggling with a biscuit addiction?
Well, I would encourage everyone to never stop. Don't let them take the biscuits away from you. They took them away from me. Did you take them away from me?
No, sir.
What are
No,
you doing?
no,
My
I didn't.
biscuits?
No,